believe in me now?
Go, go, go! Adrian Graves! Only way you're leaving here is on a stretcher.
It's one woman, damn it, just find her.
You're wearing a mute mask. It controls the decibel level of your voice.
You're a crazy bitch.
We're not really using that word to describe women anymore. There's been a whole thing.
Hey everybody, this is Petey from Spinner Rack, and thank you guys for checking out my trailer reaction for Canary Black. This is the movie review, and I'm sorry. Well, if you have Prime and you're not doing anything, maybe check it out. But I'm a big fan of Kate Beckinsale. I like, obviously, Underworld? She had a series called The Widow, which was really good. She also had Jolt, that was very fun. If you haven't seen those, I would say check those out first, right? The Underworld series, and I think you also have Whiteout. She has a ton of movies. I think, some regular movies like Serendipity, which I can't necessarily recommend, but it's early her. She's gorgeous. And what else can I say? But this movie, she's up to snuff, but it's just not there for me. Like, she's basically an agent. We see her on one of her early missions, and she handles things. She has a connection, and she also has a husband. And when we start with the husband-family thing, we know we're going to go left, right? So then she, of course, the husband is kidnapped, and they, of course, are making these demands. Now, it's interesting that she tries to make some moves to get around these kidnappers and hold them for ransom, but at the same time, it doesn't necessarily work out, and they constantly make the stakes a little higher for her. So as she, mows through a lot of people trying to do things to get her husband free, they up the ante, making things terrible for her. So it's by the people who director made Taken. It's kind of the same sort of thing. But an interesting surprise. They have the name of all the actors. But all the talent is pretty good in it. And she has some connects to do different things. But as she keeps trying to do this, we find out this whole kind of this political intrigue thing. There's something that's called Canary Black that she is now looking for. She's being blamed for giving the Canary Black to the people. They're saying it's something that the Russians have created and such, and she is trying to give it and sell it to them. She's being framed for that, and at the same time, there are more twists as it goes along. But I think it's just tough having a series thing where it just wasn't enough for me. But at the same time, if you have Prime, you should just check it out. But if you have the streaming service that has The Widow or Jolt, I would recommend those beforehand. And if you haven't seen, obviously, the Underworld series, those are amazing. So I think, is the second one iffy? I'm iffy on the second one. Whichever one doesn't have her, I think they corrected a mistake and they brought her back. I think it's like those are fun. Obviously, there's some issues sometimes story-wise, but they're definitely fun. So this one had a lot of action. It had this romance thing, but it's kind of hard to do spies and romance because the spouse always becomes a hostage or someone for ransom. And there's another twist to that, which you can obviously figure that out too. So I'm not going to go on too long about this. What else can I say to kind of fortify instead of trying to go through every bit of it? But there's some good car chases in it. The director, I think he's the actor who passed, who's in the Acolyte. No, not the Acolyte, in Ahsoka. He's really good in it. So the talent is good. Everyone's bringing their A game. She kind of beats up everybody, which I'm not kind of with all the time because, she's obviously the top agent. And there's a good scene with, I think it's like a senator or something like that, where she has to try to figure out some other things because there's some other bits to it. So this one is not a spoiler-rific review, but I'm just saying if you're home, you want to check something out, check out Black Canary. But I'm recommending go see The Widow. The Widow is lost done right. And then Jolt is kind of like a female version of what's that thing? Oh man, that Jason Statham movie where he gets electrocuted all the time. So it's kind of like that, an adrenaline junkie type of thing. So I would say check out Jolt too. So watch those first, and then you have nothing to do. You can watch Canary Black. Spin a rack out.